Chrissy says it, so you don't have to. Welcome. What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Chrissy, and I am back with another video. I want to give a shout out to all my new subscribers, everybody who checked out my video, China being Triple H's first victim. You guys really showed up and showed out for me on that video, left a plethora of comments, and I tried my best to get back to everyone so we can have a good dialogue in the comment section. But today, you guys, we're going to move on to a different topic. So I put up a community post and I said, what is a topic that you guys would like for me to talk about? So I'm going to put the comment up so you guys can see it. This is one of the comments that stood out. I'm probably going to do a few more videos if I get some more comments that kind of piques my interest. So we have this comment. As you can see, they wanted me to talk about the future of WWE. Where are we probably going to be in the next 5 to 10 years? So I thought that would be a good idea for me to talk about. So I am going to go into where I think the fate of WWE lies right now. So we all know that WWE has a rich history of legendary veterans, right? But can they really look past these guys like your CM Punks, your Cody Rhodes, your Seth Rollins, your Randy Ortons, and build new stars? Triple H has a very unique opportunity right now to really show what he's made of. I know some of us may feel like he's struggling right now, but time will only tell. Fans are craving fresh faces. They want new, fresh talent in the main event scene, and it's time for WWE to take some risk. It's not about just the established names anymore. It's about creating new narratives that captivate your audience. If Triple H can harness this energy and charisma of these rising stars like Javon Evans, we might just witness a new main event scene in WWE. Imagine a new era filled with young talent who can actually carry the company forward. The fate of WWE could very well hinge on how they handle this transition. So let's take a look at some of the guys that I believe is the future of WWE. First up, we got earlier Dragunov, the Mad Dragon. Then we got Dominic Mysterio, King of the Luchadors. Carmelo Hayes, him, baby. We got Braun Breaker. Y'all know he got that big dog in him. Then we got my boy Penta, crowned by Rey Mysterio, future of the Luchadors. The Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu. The High Flyer, Javon Evans. And last but not least, Trick Williams. This is the future. So when we talk about the fate of WWE, to me, these are the guys. This is the future of WWE. Where do I think they stand is a whole other different conversation that we're going to talk about. The only thing that I'm going to say is that the only person on this list that I'm kind of 50-50 on is Braun Breaker, and I'm going to tell you why. Anytime somebody is the chosen one, and I'm saying the chosen one, it doesn't ever work out. When the office says, okay, we're going to pick this guy, this is our guy that we're going to push, it doesn't ever work out for them. You want to know who is a part of that list? Austin Theory. Austin Theory, everybody know he was the chosen one by Vince McMahon. He wanted Austin Theory to be in the main event scene and was damn near about to fast track him to do so. That did not end up working out. Him beating John Cena, it didn't do anything for him. It didn't do nothing. Roman Reigns, when he was the big dog, everybody knew he was the chosen one. Everybody knew that. How did that work out for him? It didn't work out for him. He had to go and leave and come back as a tribal chief and let his aura speak for itself. Who else do we have? You know who's interesting that I think was also the chosen one and it kind of did end up working out? I hate to say it, but Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre was that guy, and look how that worked out for him. Anytime they put the spotlight on you and they publicly claim this is the guy, it does not work out for them. So that's why I'm really kind of 50-50 with Braun Breaker, because sometimes history has a way of just repeating itself, going in circles. It's the guys that's not being talked about sometimes that end up shooting off to stardom. Look at Daniel Bryan. When Daniel Bryan was in WWE, Nobody thought that he was going to become what he became. And remember, during this time, they were trying to just shove this big dog, Roman Reigns, down our throats, and nobody was here for it. The Rock could not even come back and help Roman win over the fans. It wasn't happening because, as an audience, we don't like being told this is the guy. We're going to do this. No, it's a history with WWE audiences is they take to who they want to take to. And I feel like with Braun Breaker, it is constantly being said that this guy is the guy. And I feel like if he is, just let his work speak for itself. I'm not against Braun Breaker, but I will say I have no connection with him. I don't like the fact that he's in the vision. I feel like WWE has this formula that they always try and follow. Well, let's put these people in a faction and then we're going to break them up. And then this guy's going to get the title first. And then that guy is going to get the title. And sometimes you don't have to do that. I think Braun Breaker could have had a natural rise all by himself. This is the big leagues. If you're going to be a big fish in a big pond, then that is what you're going to have to be. Braun Breaker needs to learn how to get out there and swim on his own, learn how to talk, learn how to narrate, learn how to tell a story without Paul Heyman being there or Seth Rollins or anybody, because that's what you see what somebody is made of. What worked maybe 10 years ago may not work today, because especially with social media, people will call out the smallest flaw. And I recognize that in Braun Breaker. He can't talk. So that's just me personally. I do feel like if he gets away from the vision, honestly, I think he'll do just fine. I personally think you get better when you fail. That's just me personally. I do think that Braun Breaker does have a bright future, but like I've said, history has a way of repeating itself. Sometimes the guy who they pick do not end up becoming the guy. Look at John Cena. John Cena is a perfect example of, he was not looked at as the future. He was not looked at as the guy. He was not talked about as this is going to be the guy. John Cena just let his work speak for himself, and he evolved over time, and he evolved himself right into the greatest of all time, the Babe Ruth of WWE. That is what he evolved himself as. The Rock, the same way. Vince McMahon did not come out there and tell the world every single week that Rock is the future. He's a future WWF champion. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. No, The Rock just did it. He evolved in front of our eyes with what he became, and he solidified himself right along with Stone Cold. All these guys, these people did not have to come out and beat it in our brains that, hey, I'm the guy. That's what I'm saying. I don't know about Braun Breaker. Sometimes it's the guys that's not being talked about that end up becoming a staple in WWE. Personally, I hope Trick Williams gets called up to Raw and not SmackDown. I think it will serve Trick to be on Raw. To me, Trick is a star. Trick to me has the whole package. He has charisma, he's tall, he's handsome, and to me, when Carmelo came back to NXT to team with Trick, Trick looked like a star standing next to Carmelo. And Carmelo kind of looked like, he was visiting. Trick looked like, yeah, like, bro, like a lot of time has passed since you've been here. This kind of my shit now. So I will say Trick, he looks like a star. Javon Evans is another one. John Cena is high up on Javon Evans. I know a lot of people in the back are praising him. He's young, he's fresh, he could be molded. And like I say, the only problem that I foresee coming is Triple H not knowing what to do with the sauce when it comes to Javon Evans and Trick Williams. I still stand behind, they need to get some black writers in that writer's room. They really do. I feel like you have a bunch of white Caucasian people writing for all these different ethnicities and, different cultures that's in WWE. That's why sometimes it's hard for them to be able to give stories to your Shinsuke's. Asuka, Kyrie, and Io is doing really good right now with this whole mix up with Rhea and all of that. That's okay. But that's this one particular story, so I do think they need to get some color up in that writer's room. You know what I mean? And then, of course, Jacob Fatu, he been a star. Jacob Fatu, to me, is going to do just fine. I think when they finally do the match with Jacob and Braun Breaker, I think that is going to be really big. The question is who's going to get the win first, who's going to be that real big dog. So I'm here for that. Penta, he has a bright future. I think Penta is one of those guys to where he is going to be what I'm talking about. He is going to rise to the top. Penta got swag, baby. You can see that swag. Penta got aura. His presentation overall, you can tell that they are positioning him in that Rey Mysterio spot, and they are positioning Dominic Mysterio in that Eddie Guerrero spot. We are going to witness Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio one more time, and Dominic and Penta. I'm telling you, Dominic has that aura of a bad guy. He's not really like Rey Mysterio, which is a good thing. He is declaring himself as a king of the luchadors. I like that name. Hey, if you believe in yourself, you own it to that level. And Dominic Mysterio has gone from being the most hated to the most loved because it's like he's entertaining. I love watching Dominic. He always got some shit going on somewhere. So I absolutely love that about him. Carmelo Hayes, I feel like he's struggling right now, but it ain't about how you start. It's about how you finish. I have 100% faith that Carmelo will make his way up to the top. I really do. Ilya Dragunov is the same way. Y'all know we are going to get that Ilya and Gunther's rematch sooner or later. Y'all already know they're not giving it to us right away. This is not AEW. They're going to make us sit and wait for that Gunther and Ilya's match. So I do think they have big plans for Ilya as well. Everybody that is pretty much on this list, I'm pretty sure that they have plans for them. The only downside that I see to this is, like I say, if Triple H don't drop the ball. He has a tendency of doing that, of course, what we've seen. SmackDown is struggling right now. I don't even know if I'm going to watch SmackDown tonight because I am filming this video before I watch SmackDown. And, I just feel like certain people, even Javon Evans can go to Raw. Trick and Javon Evans can go to Raw because I feel like if they go to SmackDown, I don't think it's going to pan out for them. Not too well. So you guys, let me know in the comments, do you guys agree with my list? Who do you think should have made the list? Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will check you guys later. Chrissy says it, so you don't have to. Toodles.